All right, you guys, so today we're gonna be doing our highlighter declutter. I'm in definite need of decluttering. I have this full drawer. It goes back, and these are mostly palettes. And then I have this full drawer of singles. I decluttered not that long ago, but it's definitely starting to rack up again. And just some of the products in here that I've even swatched for my Shop My Stash definitely aren't performing the way that they used to. So it's definitely time to declutter and get rid of them and make way for some new room for some new ones. First one I have here is by Milani. This is the Milani Dolce Perla highlighter, which I'm going to hold on to this one because I actually just picked this up not long ago, probably here in the last few months. All right, next up we have is this Colourpop. This is the Colourpop You're a Catch highlighter. I think it actually does a really good job at performing on the skin, and I just really like the layout of this. I love this packaging way more than I like the smaller ones, so I'm going to hold on to this. Another one I do love also is the Too Faced. This is the collaboration with Erica Jane. And this one is like more of an intense highlight. It's like a true gold highlight. Look at that. There it is right there. I'm gonna definitely hold on to this one. This is probably one of my favorite highlights. I did not expect to like this highlighter, but I really do. This one here is the Laura Geller High Definition Illuminating Glow Duo. So it looks like this. So here are the swatches. It's got like a glittery side and then like a more finely milled. I'm probably gonna pass this on because honestly, these two don't look that far from each other and this is just a little too gold for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. Next up we have is this here. This is by Mayo. This is the Sun-Kissed Bronzer. I was not a fan of this just because it just wasn't something I would wear. You're supposed to be able to swirl them and then you get like this bronzer here, but I just didn't like it at all. I used it more for like a highlight, so it would just be a highlighter by itself, but I don't know. I never reach for it, so I'll probably go ahead and just pass that along also. Take it out of its packaging. This here is the Laura Geller Indiscretions. I don't know. I think it still works, but I don't know that I would use it. Like, I feel like it's kind of too dark for me, don't you? I might pass it along and see if my mom would like it instead. So this here is the Lancome. This is the Dual Finish Illuminator in the shade Luminous Gold, I believe. Yes, this is the Luminous Gold. Looks like that. I might pass it along and see if my mom wants it. I know she really likes the Lancome ones. Then we have here the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I can tell you already, definitely not going to get rid of this. I haven't touched it yet. I do have another one, but I do like having a backup because I absolutely love this highlighter. All right, so let's move into right here. This here is the Physicians Formula. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have the shade Champagne. I like this bronzer. I actually think it's a really pretty bronzer in the summer, so I definitely want to hold on to it. And I feel like it's such a good dupe. Honestly, I feel like that's kind of a dupe for the Luminous one. Then I have the Laura Geller. You guys, this one's like super broken up. This is in Gilded Honey. I've had this forever, but it still performs, you guys. Like, still performs. Look at that. So I'm definitely holding on to it. It was like my ride or die last year. Like I said, it's broken, it's coming out, but it still works, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Then I have these Catrice highlighters. I feel like these are either limited edition or they're just really difficult to find, which is why I don't really share them on social media a whole lot. But this is the Catrice Powder Highlighter in Mary Cherry Blossom. I want to say that this one is limited, or like they got rid of it, but it is so freaking beautiful. I love it so much. It's like more of like a soft pink iridescent highlight, like definitely up my alley. Then I have this one here, which is called Stardust, and that is what it looks like. Again, super beautiful, and you don't need a lot. And it looks like they're kind of powdery, but they're not. Like, they come off on such a nice, they have such a nice finish when they come off. And then this one here is Champagne Campaign, which looks like that. So like once you buff it into the skin, you can see it's just more of like a soft luminous glow, which is definitely right up my alley. So I'm gonna hold on to those. I have the Inglot Sparkling Dust Facer Eyes. This is, I wanna say shade number 2. I wanna say this was like the one with J-Lo. Ooh, I I thought it had more glitter to it, but look at that. Oh man, I'm gonna hold on to that. I was not expecting that. I have one of the JCat U Glow Girls, and this is in the shade Twilight. So that is what it looks like right there. Really pretty highlight. You guys can kind of see like the tones that I go for. More of like that champagne gold look. Definitely up my alley. Again, I'm gonna hold on to it because I find this to be a very good like dupe for some of the higher end ones. I have this one here, which is the Dior Nude Air. One of my favorites. This is in number 3. And here's what it looks like right there. Again, another one I'm gonna keep. I promise you guys I am decluttering. It doesn't seem like it, but I am. This one here is the Mary Lou Manizer. So this is actually one that I haven't touched, but like once I did like a swatch of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this along, maybe put it on my Poshmark, see if anybody wants it, because I got another one thinking that I would use it and I just reach for other ones. Another one I have here is the Bronze Goddess in Heat Wave. This is by Estee Lauder. And I've had it for a little bit now, but here it is right here. Definitely gonna hold on to it also. I really do like this one. And I just like the glow that it gives. And I feel like it's definitely more of a softer finish. It definitely looks like it's part of your skin versus on top of it. Another newer one that I have in my collection is the Covergirl True Blend Super Stunner. And this is in the shade Pearl Crush. And here it is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this one also. It is a new one that I just picked up. One of them that I have to get rid of, and I hate that I have to get rid of, but I've had this for years, you guys. This is MAC's Soft and Gentle. It doesn't really even come off. Like, it does a little bit, but it's not like it used to. Like, it's way more powdery on the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just toss this because, yeah, it needs to go. I'm gonna go ahead and pass along these AOA Perfect Pressed Highlighters. These are fine. They're a little bit choppy in my opinion. Like, they're okay, but they're not their best formula. I have another one that I'll show you guys, which is their Velour highlighters that I definitely prefer much more. I'm not super sold on them. I don't like to reach for them, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pass those along. We have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter. This is the Precious Petals Illuminator. Looks like that. Very beautiful. I use it all the time. So I have 2 of the Maybelline Master Chromes. This one's in Molten Gold, and then this one here is the 250. I want to say that this was the one that they did a collaboration with Nikki Tutorials, but I still see it, so it's just shade 250. But this one here is Molten Gold right there. And then this one here, which I definitely know I'm not going to get rid of, it's my favorite highlighter, like drugstore wise, is number 250. I'm gonna go ahead and keep number 250, but I'm gonna declutter Molten Gold. All right, I have 2 of these Revlon highlighters. This one here really reminds me a lot of Trophy Wife, and I think I've used it like once. That's what it looks like right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one because I definitely don't ever use it. And then this one here, oh, oops, put that back in there. This one here is called Prismatic Light, and it looks like this. And I'm gonna hold on to this one because this has got more of that texture that I enjoy. It's more softer. Oh my gosh. I have 4 Ofra highlighters. So the first one I have here is Rodeo Drive. This one's like super broken and stuff, like it just pops out. But you guys, I'm telling you, like it still performs. Look at that, still performs. So there's no reason to get rid of it because I use it. Can you tell? Like this is how much I use it all the time. Then we have the one by Madison Miller. So I have both of them by Madison Miller and Ofra collaboration. Definitely gonna hold on to these 2. I love them. And then I have this one, which is, I think, Everglow highlighter, and I think I might declutter this one because I have the other ones, and the only reason why I hold on to this one is for this shade right here. I found it to be like the perfect, oh my gosh, it's like an icy white shade, but it's perfect for the inner corners. I want to hold on to it just because I only use this one, but I'm going to look through my other collection. If I can find something more icy white, then I'll declutter this one and keep the other one. Next up we have is this e.l.f. one. This is the e.l.f. White Gold Highlighter. I purchased this and it is like rock hard. Like I don't like it at all. Like, there is something wrong with this formula. I don't care for it, so I'm decluttering it. This is Max Oh Darling. This one's beautiful. Definitely still going to keep this. It works so beautifully on the skin. I have two Anastasia highlighters. So Hollywood, which looks like this, and this is what it looks like right there. So I'll hold on to that one. And then this is Riviera. I held on to it for a really long time, but I never reach for it, you guys. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. All right, now we're moving into the second bin. All right, second bin we have is this here, which you guys know I will not declutter. This is my Benefit Dandelion Twinkle Highlighter. Oh, let's see if I can swatch it, you guys. This is like hands down one of my favorite highlighters ever. I'm gonna hold on to that. Another one from Benefit is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. A beautiful, beautiful highlight also. And that one looks like that right there. So we have this here by Colourpop. This is the Colourpop Wisp shade. And this is what it looks like. I might declutter this one. I don't know. I don't really use it very much, and I feel like I already have quite a few of them that look like this, so I might declutter this one. All right, then we have this one by Doomy, or Estate. This is in the shade Doomy. Beautiful highlight, so gorgeous. You guys, we got this in like an Ipsy bag. Definitely gonna hold on to this one. Actually, I think I might declutter this. Okay, so then I have these two right here. These are the In Studio and AOA highlighters. I'm not a big fan of the In Studio highlighter, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, but I am gonna hold on to the Velour highlighters by AOA Studio. This is the one that I really do enjoy. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold. You guys, I've had this for a few years now, and it still performs. When I first got it, I didn't think it was that great, but what I had to do was kind of push down and get that overlay off, and once I got the overlay off, you guys, it definitely performs exactly the way I was hoping it would. So I have these two AOA Wonder Baked Highlighters. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter these. They're just not good, you guys. We have these two highlighters. These are the Wet n Wild highlighters. This was part of their Zodiac collection. I rave about these all the time. This one is in the shade Air, and I do believe you can actually still pick this up. But this here is what it looks like right there. And then this one here is my baby. This is called Earth. Oh, it's starting to get choppy. I don't know, that's starting to get a little powdery, isn't it? Dang it, it might start not be great. I might declutter this. This is why I don't like decluttering. Okay, next we move on to is this here, which is something we got in our bag from Ipsy. This is by Sugar, and it looks like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just declutter that. I have Becca's Opal. Yeah, is this Opal? Yeah, this is Opal. I use it very often, and there it is right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just hold on to this one, and I'm gonna finish this one off because I'm almost done with it anyways. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. This is the Amrezy highlighter. I'm not getting rid of this. This is another one by Becca. This is the Opal. Like I said, I've already hit pan, so that's why I have a backup, so I'm gonna hold on to that. I have this here, which is Whisper of Guilt by MAC. This was when this was part of their Nutcracker collection. Do you guys remember that? The blush is actually very beautiful in this collection. It looks like that. And then this is Whisper of Guilt right in there. So I tell you what though, these MAC compacts, when it comes to highlighters from MAC, I do truly find that they last a lot longer than you know, what it says that it's recommended for. It's all dirty. I am not doing a good job at decluttering, am I? I feel like I'll do a little bit better job once I get to the other ones. This here is the Kylie highlighter. This is in the shade Salted Caramel. I'm definitely going to declutter this. I don't care for this at all. So this is gonna go. The Burberry highlight in the shade Rose Gold. Looks like this. Very beautiful. And there you have it right there. Gonna hold on to that. I have two highlighters from Wet n Wild. This one here is in Canopy, Crown of My Canopy, And then this is the Sweetest Bling. I'm just going to keep the other one, the Precious Petals, and I'm going to declutter these two. This is the Stila Kitten highlighter, and I'm going to declutter this one also. I try to hold on to it and see how I liked it, but honestly, I just never reach for it, so I'm going to declutter this one as well. Next up we have is the Revlon Skin Lights. I just got this, so I'm definitely going to hold on to it. If you guys have not picked this up yet, you guys have got to pick it up. Look at that. Is that not just absolutely gorgeous? I really love these highlighters. They are so beautiful. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. This is one that they sent me also in the shade Twilight Gleam. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one because it's way too dark for me. We have just 3 more left in the singles. This is the Pixi by Petra highlighter in Subtle Sunrise. Definitely gonna hold on to this. Another one that I really do enjoy. Look at that. And then we have this here, which is Steve Laurent. This is the Steve Laurent Jelly Highlighter. I like it, you guys. I just don't ever reach for it. That's my problem. And I already have another one that has that like pinkish tint to it. So I'm gonna hold on to it and pass this along. I have this here by Becca. This is the Becca Skin Perfector, just a little mini, but this is the Perfector in Vanilla Quartz. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this, see if anybody wants it. And then the very last one I have is a little baby opal. Again, this one's all crushed. So I'm gonna go ahead and just probably declutter that. I always say that I'm gonna like fix it and stuff, and I never do, so. All right, so now moving into the palette drawer. This is where I think I'm gonna have the hardest time, and I've got to get rid of quite a bit of stuff in here because I just have way too many palettes to choose from. The very first one I have here is the BH Cosmetics highlighter. This is the Spotlight Highlight Palette, and it comes with 6 colors. I think I've used it a handful of times. It's just super powdery, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter it. I have this one here. This is the Rach Loves palette with Pixi. You guys know this is like one of my favorite palettes. Definitely gonna hold on to this. I love 3. These 2 I don't really use a whole lot, but like these 3 right here are just amazing. Next up we have is this one right here, Becca and Jaclyn Hill highlighter palette. I still use this, and I actually just had this in my Shop My Stash for last month, and it still performed fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hold on to it still. I have the Ofra All Glow Up palette that's got all of them. I actually do like to hold on to this. Oh, you know what? This is this, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one, and I'm gonna hold on to this one. I've got the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. I'm not really the biggest fan of this. I've used this a handful of times, you guys can see, but I just don't get any use out of it, you guys. I might just declutter this also. It's okay. It's just my problem is I don't really use a whole lot of cream highlighters. This is the only one that I really ever use, and then these 2 I never use, so it doesn't make any sense to hold on to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. We have here this is also the Everglow palette by Gade. Very beautiful palette, but again, it's very similar to the Huda Beauty one where I only use these 2 shades, and I have so many of these 2 shades, and those 2 I never use, so I'm also going to declutter this one. I also do have the Lemonade palette by Lena Lashes. Again, very pretty, but this is starting to get kind of powdery. It's not even working anymore. Like, it's not really even performing, so this has got to go. This here is the Sam Marcel Luxurious Highlight Palette, and I only use 3 of 3 shades. That's what it looks like, so I'm gonna declutter that. So this here is the Makeup Revolution palette. It's got 3 big shades. I think I've used this maybe once, and I think that was to swatch it, so I'm gonna declutter it. This is by Glam Glow. This is the Glow palette. I really like this palette. I feel like it got mixed reviews, but I do like it. Although I feel like mine's starting to get a little choppy, so I'm probably gonna have to get rid of it. Like, it's just not performing as well. Another one, the Stila, this is the Trio. I'm gonna go ahead and probably declutter this one also. I'm also gonna declutter the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild. This is a loose highlighter. It's got like loose glitter in it, and in my review, I told you guys that this was just something I probably wouldn't even ever use, so this is the Dedicated Face Palette by Makeup Obsession, And again, just not super sold on these shades. They're okay, but they're just not my cup of tea, so declutter that. I have the Urban Decay Mother of Dragons highlighting palette. I'm gonna hold on to this just because I love Game of Thrones. I have 2 of the Wet n Wild highlighter palettes. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along and hold on to this one. This one here is in the shade Blush Touch, because I feel like I definitely, when it comes down to it, of the 2 palettes, I always go to these 2 highlights. They're super, super beautiful and creamy. So I'm gonna hold on to this one and I'm gonna declutter that one. Oh wait, I have one more. Oh, I forgot this one. Well, do I wanna hold on to all 3 or just these 2? I feel like maybe I wanna hold on to this one instead. I think I'm gonna declutter this one also. So I have 2 of the Urban Decay. These were the limited edition collections that came in like the kit. So I have the Naked Cherry, which I'm gonna get rid of because I never use it, you guys. But I am keeping, you guys, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know how much I love this palette. This is the Kristen Leanne palette, highlighter palette. Oh my gosh, there is something about this highlight that just does it for me. And I've traveled with this so many times, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Let's move, I think I have one more. This is the Vintage Highlighter by Jessica Leibskind. All right, so here's what the palette looks like. Just another palette that I don't use, so I'm gonna declutter it. Next up is the Laura Mercier Face Palette. This is one that I struggled with, trying to figure out if I was going to declutter it in my last one, and I said no. And this time I'm going to declutter it. I just don't use it. It's a beautiful highlighter palette, but I don't use it, so I'm gonna declutter it. This here is the Becca, oh my gosh, this is so bright. This is the Becca highlighter. Again, just another palette I don't use. I got this through Octoly and I just wasn't super blown away with it. Like, yeah, a couple of the shades were fine, but it just didn't do anything for me really. What collection was this? It was like their Ski Glow face palette. So I'm gonna declutter this. Another trio, I do have the Manizer Sister Trio. I think I maybe swatched this in a video and that's about it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter it also because I know I'm not gonna use it. Yeah, I think I swatched it, that's about it. This here is the Lancome Dual Finish. This was part of their Christmas collection. I'm gonna hold on to this one. And you know what, since I have these 2 also, I'm gonna hold on to this palette and I'm gonna declutter this one. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic Palette. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I have 3 of the Too Faced Diamond Light palettes or highlighters. So I'm gonna hold on to these because I do like these. And then we're almost done, I think. All right, then we move into just the last couple ones. So last couple ones I have are the highlighter palettes. So I have the Rady Daydream palette. I just picked these up actually, and I do like these. This is a eyeshadow palette. Why is this in here? Here we go. Okay, so this, I knew this was wrong. I was kind of off. I was thrown off for a second, but I was like, I thought it was double. This is the Rady Moonlight palette. So I actually just got this palette and I do really like it. It's got a lot of really great colors. I'm gonna hold on to this palette because I still just recently got this anyways. And then I have 2 glow kits. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this glow kit because I know that this has to go. I've had this for way too long, but I'm gonna hold on to the Nicole Guerrero palette. And then the last one I have is the Profusion Strobe and Glow palette. And this is one that I'm gonna declutter also. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean these out really quickly and then I'm gonna go ahead and lay everything back in. All right, so I am super shocked, you guys. This is everything in my highlighter collection. I went from 2 drawers now down to 1 drawer with still a little bit more room to kind of, you know, add to my collection, but there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter. There'll be some extra declutters if you guys want to check those out, but I will also add my playlist down below for you guys to check out as well. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Super helps me out a lot, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.